All right, we're back. Now that you already know how to get your drums to sound like a pro, man, I gave you everything, man. So go ahead and practice and make your beat sound like a pro. Sell a lot of beat with that tricks. Now I'm about to get to the music section and show you how to make the music section of your beat sound like a pro, so everything is not in the way of the drums. Like I told you, the drums, they are the king. Let everything stay out the way of the drums, the bass, and your vocals, please. I wish somebody told me that 10 years ago. By the way, the tricks that I'm giving to you guys, if you have not noticed, no one is talking about this tricks, because I had to find this by myself through practicing and researching and studying like a mad scientist. I'm giving it to you guys, so make good use of it. Share with somebody else, you know, because we want the love and the good karma to spread across, you know, the whole world. Share with another producer, you know, put them on the game. Let them make better sounding record. That's our mantra. Make better sounding record. And you know, the money and the purchases, they're fine. Don't get me wrong. If you can get your friend to purchase the course, it's good. But the message is the most important. We want everyone to be able to make better sounding record. So there's less garbage in SoundCloud, Spotify, and iTunes. I wish somebody gave me this when I was starting out years ago. But here you guys go. So the music section. So how did I get the music to sound like it did? So let me solo it. So when I made this record, I think it was probably years ago, probably 2013, 14 or whatever. You know, then let me play you the rough so you can have an idea of what the music was sounding like in there. Now, this music kind of gives you vibe. It puts you in a mood, right? Another thing that you notice is there's nothing in the center. Why is that? Because our center is our money maker. That's where your vocal sits. Your kick, your snare drums, your bass, and some of your hi-hats. But the most important thing is your kick, your vocal, your snare drum, and your bass. So we'll push everything out of the center. And also we give it a vibe. It kind of creates like a bed behind everything, giving the drums and the vocal the mood that we want the listener to feel when they hear this music. So let me show you what's going on individually. Okay. So we added a harsh delay. If you don't know what that is, it's like a delay that pans your sound one to the left and one to the right, and it puts a delay on it, a different delays on them. So that's what we did for the, what session is this? Oh, we actually did that for the whole track. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's what's up. So this right here, if you put this on your music bus, you will get pretty much the same effect. And that's what, this is like a shortcut. So The harsh delay spread all the music left and right. Push everything out the center. And I'm using 12.6 milliseconds on the left and 0 milliseconds on the right. That's how harsh delay work. Then I'm cutting a little bit of 3.6K. Why is that? You can tell me why I'm cutting that. You can't hear you. You guys are not talking back. Okay. The reason we cut that on the music is because our snare drum is right there. You remember that snare drum that I showed you? If you don't remember, let me show you. Yeah, around 4K. That's where our snare drum is. So we cut that a little bit from the music. Then we added a cabinet plugin. And what do they do? The cabinet plugin, they're like you know, when you're in a room or you mic a guitar, when like a guitarist is playing, you put a mic down and those cabinet, those like an impulse response that's been captured in like a real life environment. Things like that. They had this impulse, what's the name I'm looking for? Convolution reverb to your sound. So let me show you the before and after so you can hear what's going on. Now with the cabinet, you see how I kind of push it backward? That's what we wanted. Then this is another guitar reverb doing pretty much the same thing but in a different way. So without both of them, I didn't use this one, so let me just take it out so it's not confusing. You see how close that music is in your ears? Now when I had this too, you see how the music steps from here like backward. Or I don't know which back is for you. This is, yeah, maybe backward. Yeah, you get what I'm saying. Yeah, I kind of push them out this way. Then we added a filter, just cutting everything from 4K downwards. Then we turn it up. Then this is like just flipping the phase on the whole thing to kind of make the segment click better with our drums and vocals. Then we added a little bit of compression. So it kind of, you know, sorry. So we're ducking it down a bit. So that's the music bus. That's like the main thing. If you put this, copy this right here, put it on your music bus right now, please, and get this vibe on your hip hop, on R&B. So now the individual, I want to explain to you the concept, because the concept is more important than you just copying my stuff. So because if you copy this, how would you be able to replicate it when you're in a different situation? So I want to give you, you know, everything that you need to be great. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 element in the music section. That's a lot. Sometimes you have more than that. So you have to decide, okay, out of all this element, which one is the most important? Which one has groove to the track or mood? Groove or mood or vibe. So let me try to figure out what my decision was for this track. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm actually also adding another reverb layer to some of the element in the music to even push them back more. That's another thing you gotta pay attention to. we have like 2 or 3 layers going on in this whole mix. That's why the mix has so much depth. So besides the fact that I already had the cabinet and the guitar room pushing the whole music back, this right here on this track, you see, I'm adding this guy right here. And this guy. So these 2 elements, they're going into this big reverb. It's like a plate with 2 milliseconds, pushing them even back more. So for the music section, I had to decide which one was the most important for me. That's adding a lot to the track. So I decided this guy was it. So what did I do to it? I just added a PS22 to kind of make it more stereo. I added 2 of those, then turn it down a bit. And then the second element that was important to me, I think it was this. Let's see. Yeah, because that has a melody, so that was another, because both of them, they're not in that big plate that's pushing them backward. That's how you know that they're more important to me. These 2, they push back a bit. And this one, yeah, that's, it just had another layer. And for this one, yeah, I didn't even do nothing to this guy, Saint Reef. But this, I kind of filtered 3K in 271, then bring it down a bit. And this one, yeah, and some of the effects that you're hearing, those are already inherent in the sound, you know, from the plugin. So that's pretty much it, guys. You know, I think I gave you everything that you need. We covered the vocals, the music, the drum section. Okay, now you know how to mix your beat to make them sound professional. So go out there and be great. This play here, you know, there's nothing special about that. I just used to have to push these 2 guys behind. And the other 3, one of them had filters on them, and I narrowed the, you notice how I always narrow the width so they're not big in the stereo. I don't want element to be having too much stereo. That's another thing that a lot of producers do wrong. When you create music and you have all this fake pseudo stereo element coming from your synth pad, because when they create those patches, they want you to buy them, so they just make them wide, they make them big and proud. They were not created to work in any music, so you have to make them fit. And that's why you see I'm narrowing stuff, cutting down the stereo, you know, panning them. That's how you have to do to the music element to make them fit in the you know, whatever you're working with. So let me solo you the music section again. Now let's hear it with the drums. real quick, let me just go through this master bus chaining for you. I think I already showed you. Yeah, just not much going on there. Neve, NLS, a little bit of mic, and a little bit of 16K and 100K. 100 hertz. That goes into a parallel vitamin. And that's about it. So that goes into Pro L2, and the equalizer just doing a tiny bit, and a multi-band compression, and a little bit this. And then I had a little bit more saturation. Yeah, there's not that much going on there really. I think we already covered the most important part. So let's play the old mix again. Let's play it before and after so you can hear where we started and where we at. Alright man, this was fun. I hope you enjoy this courses, and I think the third one I'm gonna be doing is a video showing you my thought process of what I'm thinking about when I'm mixing, revealing to you my my mixing method. Actually I have them written down somewhere. Every time I come up with like a different mixing method, I write them down. So I want to teach you my mixing method. I have a bunch of them for different songs, different situation. This is another one right here, if you can see it. So I think the next one I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be teaching you my mixing method and my thought process, what I'm looking for, how I craft a mix when a client gives me a song, or even my own personal songs. And I'm a producer as well, so I also teach production. I have a one-on-one production masterclass. So if you're interested in that, get us in the email, reach out to us and all that, or even send me a text so we can get on the phone and talk. It's not a big deal. Or go on our social media at GSO Production on Facebook and IG and reach out to me. So it's been great, man. Bumi Solomon, make better sounding record.